It's a big job. I'm talking like almost a $40,000 job. And I don't have $20,000 just laying around to front to the contractors. I don't know what happened. Praise God it did, but I am so confused. Got him. She doesn't mind the chicken yard at all. She knows it's where she lives now. Good girl. That way, if anybody else does feel like that, just know I already feel like that about myself, okay? I don't need you to tell me.
Look at where you landed, Mom.
What are y'all doing?
We were jumping off each other, and then we fell. What are you screaming about? What are you screaming about? What are you screaming about? Hold on my hand. Come on, phone me. What are you screaming about? What are you screaming about? What are you screaming about? What are you screaming about?
Arm
What are you
bar.
screaming about?
She got an arm bar. Oh my gosh, be careful.
Get back here. Get back here. Get back here.
I know it looks rough, and it is. But I really needed that today. I really needed to watch this playtime. I'm heading out to feed now, but I needed that. I have been stressed, y'all. Y'all remember this video I did a while back about insurance being a scam and my floor finally getting done. It's getting done now, and we can make sure that it is once again safe for our family to even stay in, because this is absolutely crazy that it has taken a year and a half. I am ready to move on from it and feel like I have been so tied down by it, trying to deal with it and spending countless days and hours on the phone with these different companies and getting quotes and sending this. I'm exhausted. Yeah, well, that was actually all a hoax. A big old fat misleading lie. If you didn't see that video, go back and watch it. I'll link it in the description. And then pick up here, because I'll tell y'all what happened next. Yeah, I'm coming. It's just a little story time too, okay? Be patient with me. Well, as it turns out, after insurance cut the check, that had to be sent to the mortgage company because they're on our loan, and then they had to endorse it and release it back to us. The catch was that they only wanted to give us half. You're getting my pants all dirty. You're getting my pants all dirty. Hey, she's not even biting. She's just nudging. She's really hungry. She's really hungry. Wait! You didn't let me stir it. Enjoy, sweet girl. So they wanted to send us half, which was fine for the first phase, okay? But then they didn't want to send the other half until the job was done, and then they sent their own inspector out to make sure we did the job we were supposed to, I guess. And then at that point, they would send the other half of the check. But the catch was the contractor wasn't willing to wait for the additional payment. And when I say it's a big job, I'm talking like almost a $40,000 job. And I don't have $20,000 just laying around to front to the contractors for my floor. So I try to talk to the mortgage company and say, hey, look, anything we could do to bypass this process, anything. Like, can I talk to somebody, someone you could put me through to? And he just says, no. The policy is the policy. That's how it's going to be. No, nothing. Y'all, I'm telling you, a long time I tried, okay? Because I didn't know what I was going to do. A long time, and he just kept telling me the same thing. And finally I got to the point, I said, just come get it. I don't even want this house anymore. I said, it probably ain't even safe for my kids. I don't even, just come get it. We'll start a voluntary, whatever the heck you want to call it, where y'all just come roll the thing out of here. And he says, ma'am, I wouldn't advise that. I said, I don't care what you would advise, sir. Not to get too carried away, okay? Let's stay on track. In order to even cut me the first half of the check, I was just gonna hope and pray at this point. Try to get my contractors, like, here and working, and then try to get an inspector from the mortgage company scheduled before they ever got done. I was hoping and praying, okay? And to even get the first half of the check cut, they're waiting on me. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm coming. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll just come right through here. Thanks. To get the first half of the check cut, I had to send a W-9 and an estimate and all this stuff from the contractor. So I did all of that. Then I call the mortgage company again and I say, hey, do y'all have everything you need to, you know, at least give me something? And I don't know what happened. Praise God it did, but I am so confused because this same man, his name's Brandon, same man answers the phone and he says, Miss Nash, I am so glad that you called. I was actually able to bypass that entire process for you after speaking to management, and we're gonna get you that entire check cut right away. It's on its way. So now, y'all, I am packing like full-fledged. From that moment forward, it was all about getting my house packed up and moved out and into Jake's and getting the heck out of my house, okay? I hadn't done a single thing. Bob! Come on, Bob! Got him. Come on, Bob. He said you ain't catching him in that round pen again for dinner. I tried to make my sound smaller, like a little bitty lady cow. Come on, Robert. The story may have to go on pause for a second because somebody's gonna get rowdy. But other than packing, I also had to look for flooring to be installed on top of the plywood that was being replaced in the house. And the contractor who I am hiring, hey, crazies, they quoted labor for that job, but I had to find the materials. And have y'all seen the price of flooring? I was very heavily concerned for some time that insurance hadn't even given me enough money to do what I need to do. My light updated a day behind, but tonight it came on at 5:55 actually. So an hour and 5 minutes early instead of 7 like it did before time change. Last night it was on really late and I had a long period of darkness out here. Look who's come over to the backyard for a little hanging out, huh? No, I don't know what you were just eating hanging from your mouth, so don't rub it on me, please. Please. Hi, Punky. Yeah, your friend is here just for a play. Just for a play date. Piggly did get to come over for just a few minutes because I was able to do something slightly productive with my day yesterday other than packing. Are you kidding me? I called the 811 number to come and locate and mark the internet lines that are over there to make sure none, if any, did where they ran through my yard at. And now I know exactly where I can build my fence within the fence for the chickens and start getting them out. That is like the longest pee I've ever heard in my life, dude. All right, little pig, let's go. Let's go, Piggly. Come on. Come on. Play date is over. Come on, my sweet girl. I had the most fun on our play date this morning. I'm so glad you could come hang out with me. But you ate my flowers. You ate. She ate all my marigolds. And now you had to go home. You poor baby. You poor little baby. You gotta go home. I'm so proud of you going right back. Look at that. She doesn't mind the chicken yard at all. She knows it's where she lives now. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Good girl. I thought it was going to be a fight to get her back in there. And it makes me so happy that she is happy enough over here that when it was time to go back home, she knew where she belonged and she didn't have a problem going over there. That's awesome. I'm glad we did that this morning. That also indicates to me that she's not scared over there of anything that she's seen, which is a possible coyote. Makes me feel like she's not scared in a way that things have been going over there and messing with her, or else she wouldn't have gone back over there so willingly. The chickens, something scares them over there, they're not going back. Okay, so back to story time. There's a lot. Sweet girl, come on. I've been so distracted. I've been just so okay. We can always stop for some loving, huh? We will always stop for a little bit of loving. Oh, just go pushing on me. Don't knock me over in this chair, please. So looking back now at how stressful this whole process has been and how long it has taken, I'm also realizing that God is doing his thing, you know, that he does. And I'm kind of seeing now everything falling perfectly into place. Because if it didn't take so long and that mortgage company man didn't have this sudden change of heart and I didn't get all this check up front, I would have to do everything through that one contractor that I had sent in all that information for. But by them releasing that entire check at once, it gives me a little bit more freedom on what I can do with it. I can use different contractors without them having to come and check everything. So through someone else, I was able to find installation of that floor at almost half the cost, saving me a little room in that budget to be able to actually purchase the floor. So that stress is lifted. I know that I can do what I need to do. I've got the money. I've got the means to do what I need to do, and that has been a long battle that is over. I can't say over because I am faced with a whole lot of new stress. That stress is over. I'm just kind of going through a whole lot of new stress, but there is an end in sight. I was at a point out in this pasture and up around the barns and over in the chicken yard and the coops and the coop back there. I was making so much progress, right? Maybe y'all don't feel like that. I felt like that. I felt like for a while I was just boom, boom, boom on projects and making all this progress on all these list of jobs that we know I make for myself. And now I feel like I'm a little bit at a standstill, one, because of all this floor stuff and the work that's about to take place like really, really soon on the house. And even aside from that, we're just in like the busiest time of the year right now and getting into the busiest time of the year. It's been birthday parties and Halloween, and Carter's birthday party is in 2 weeks. So we're trying to plan and get ready for that. And then right after that, it's going to be Thanksgiving. And then a couple weeks later, we know it's Christmas. And I have to Christmas shop. And I haven't even got to decorate for Christmas because I got to move out. There's just all these things going on, okay? And I feel like I haven't been able to do as much for my animals or my pastures and projects. I feel like maybe my videos are getting very redundant and boring. And maybe y'all don't feel like that. I'm not saying that. I don't need everyone to tell me like, oh, I'm doing great. I'm not fishing for it. I think that maybe it just makes me feel better to call that out, some of these things out. That way, if anybody else does feel like that, just know I already feel like that about myself, okay? I don't need you to tell me. But like I said, this is positive. This is really big progress that after 2 years, like being honest with you, I didn't know if we were ever going to make it through. And now there is an end in sight. And I know just like on this big thing I've been dealing with, God, my man's going to pull through on everything else, okay? I seriously just like don't know what else it could have been that made that man answer the phone that day and say, hey, after all this that I gave you, I'm just going to give you your way after all. Oh, and I was mean to him. Maybe I should call and apologize. But my word, it was frustrating. anyways, there's my update. If my videos seem redundant and boring, or if I'm not posting as much, or whatever the case may be, just know it's just because I'm busy. But we're moving and things are going well. I can't wait to show y'all the floor that I picked out. And there will be lots of other updates coming soon. Have a good day.